Welcome to this community class. My name is Kristen McPherson. I'm head of training programs at Yogacampus, and we are delighted to be welcoming you all to this special class to mark the start of 2024, to sharing a practice together. And to that end, we wanted to give you the invitation to keep your camera on if you feel comfortable with that, if you want to have that experience of being part of a big group. To see the faces of some of the other people who are joining this practice with you. You're also welcome to take your camera off. We will spotlight Graham and Isabel because we are delighted that Graham Burns and Isabell Britsch are here to lead a movement practice and a meditation practice tonight. So thank you all for joining and wishing you all a peaceful 2024.
I'm going to take that as my cue. Okay, thank you, Kristen. Thanks for the introduction. Hello, everybody, and welcome. And it's lovely to have so many of you here and to wish you all a very happy 2024. So I'm going to lead you through a very short movement practice, and then we'll transition relatively seamlessly into a guided meditation, which Isabel will guide for us. And just to say that you don't need to have a yoga mat for this practice. I've got a yoga mat, but it's absolutely fine if you don't have a mat handy. We're going to be doing this movement practice standing up. So all I would ask is that ideally you're on a non-slip sort of surface. If you've got socks on a wooden floor, be a little bit careful. Otherwise, no particular bits and pieces, no particular equipment needed. Please take care of yourself. Everything I ask you to do is optional with two exceptions. One, please, is that you breathe. And the other is that from time to time you smile as we move through this practice. It makes life so much happier, so much easier. So let's begin. Let's begin by standing anywhere that's comfortable with your feet roughly hip bone distance apart, roughly parallel. You might let your arms come down by your side, or if you like to, bring the palms of your hands gently together in front of your chest, your core. If you're comfortable to let your eyes close, by all means do that as well. You're also totally welcome to keep them open. Just before we begin to move, take a moment, please, to check into breath. Notice yourself breathing in, notice yourself breathing out. Not trying to do anything special with the breath. When you do breathe in, allow your awareness to travel from the soles of your feet all the way up through your legs, hips, pelvis, torso, as far as it comfortably rises towards your head. When you breathe out, let your awareness travel back down into the soles of your feet. Allow your awareness to travel like that a couple of times. Rising up as you breathe in, flowing down as you breathe out. Now, as your awareness travels up with the inhalation, keep a little bit of awareness in the soles of your feet, so you keep a sense of grounding. As it travels down on the exhalation, keep a sense of a gentle lift through the crown of your head. So you keep the spacious quality of the in-breath when you breathe out. You keep the grounded quality of the out-breath when you breathe in. Pop your hands, please, onto the front of your thighs. Take a breath. And when you next exhale, soften your knees and gently roll down. Slide your hands all the way down your legs, as far as they comfortably go. Keep a decent bend of the knees, and as you breathe in, roll slowly back up, easing your way back up to standing. And we'll do that a couple more times. So chin tucks a little bit, knees bend, and exhaling, you slide, you roll on down. Remember to keep some awareness in your feet as the in-breath brings you up, letting the breath do the work for you. By yourself, let's do that a couple more times, sliding down, finding the rhythm of your breath, plugging into the feet as you roll slowly back up. When you go down the next time, stay down, please. Just take a gentle hold of whatever's easy to catch hold of, perhaps your heels or the backs of your ankles. Keep a decent bend of the knees. And nod your head gently a couple of times. Let's free that neck a little bit. Take a couple of gentle nods. Maybe a couple of gentle turns of your head. Letting gravity do a little bit of the work for us. And then with your head back in a neutral place, maybe bend your knees a touch more. And once again, as you breathe in, slowly, slowly roll yourself back up to standing. And at the top, let your shoulders back, let your shoulder blades drop down and apart on the back. And when you breathe in the next time, sweep your left arm up into the air. As you breathe out, slide your right hand down your right leg, tip your body over to the side. And then as you breathe in, come on up. Maybe take a look over your left shoulder as you exhale and lower your left arm down. And with your head back in the center, sweep your right arm up. Come up and over the left hip as you slide down. And then again, let the in-breath bring you up. Take a look over your right shoulder and lower your right arm back down. Let's do that one more time. Let's inhale, take the left arm up. Slide your right hand down. Stay a little bit longer this time. Bring some awareness into your left heel. So feel that you're extending down as well as up through that hand. Let the in-breath bring you up. Again, take a look over the shoulder as you lower that arm down. Head to center as we do side two. Right arm comes up. Up and over, sliding down. Again, nice, smooth, comfortable, easy breath. We're not trying to force anything. Just feel the rooted quality of that right foot. And let's breathe in and come back up. And looking over the shoulder, let's lower that arm down. Bring your head back to center. And for the next part, feel free to bring your feet together. You can take a little hop, or you can keep them apart if you prefer. Again, let the shoulders go back, the shoulder blades go down. And now as you breathe in, take your arms wide, reach them up overhead. Touch lightly, soften your knees. As you exhale, hinge forward from your hips, dive down into your legs. Your hands on the floor or on your shins, let your chest lift as you breathe in. Fold back into your legs as you breathe out. And moving from the feet, sweep your arms wide, rise all the way up to standing. Stay there, bring your hands together down the midline of the front body as you breathe out. Let them separate. And do that again. Feel your rooted feet, maybe your thighs turning on a little bit as you reach up. Up and over your tummy as you dive. Bend as many knees as you like. Press your hands so you lift the chest. Fold on down, keeping those knees soft. Inhaling, sweep the arms out and up. And as you breathe out, let the hands come together down the front of the body. We're going to build on that cycle a little bit now. So again, from rooted feet, we circle the arms and reach up. Head can tip back a little if you wish. Dive over your tummy as you exhale. Fold it down. Hands onto the floor or the shins. Let your chest float up. Fold on back down into your legs. And then from those rooted feet, sweep your arms out. Rise up to standing. This time at the top, interlace your fingers. Press the palms towards the ceiling. Let your shoulder blades descend. Come up onto the balls of your feet for a moment. Just challenge your balance for a second. Notice whether your breath gets a little bit disjointed when you're challenging your balance. When you next exhale, slowly lower your heels and sweep your arms around behind your back. Interlace your fingers there. Take a breath. With a slight bend of the knees, fold forward. Bring your arms up away from your back. Elbows a little soft, knees a little bit soft. And next time you breathe out, bend your knees quite a lot. Release your fingers. Inhaling, sit in an imaginary chair. Sweep your arms forwards and up. And then as you breathe out, open the arms wide and rise slowly to standing. And inhaling, reach up. Put your other little finger outside as you interlace and stretch up. Free your shoulder blades. Rise to the balls of your feet. If it's too much, of course, lower the heels. Otherwise, take a gentle turn of your upper body to the right. Won't go very far. Keep a gaze through the picture frame of your arm. Let the in-breath bring you to center and the out-breath turn you to the other side. Keep some awareness in those feet as you breathe in, coming back to center. Sweeping the arms behind the back as you lower the heels. If you can work it out, the other little finger goes outside. You take a breath and you dive forward as you exhale. A couple of breaths there. Knees are soft. Elbows are a little bit relaxed. And we bend the knees, lower your feet, release your fingers, sit in your imaginary chair, sweep your arms forwards and up, and stay there. Maybe even go a little bit lower. And then open your arms wide into a T shape with the palms down. Next time you breathe out, upper body rotates to the right. Breathing in, come back to center and rotate it to the left. And come back to center. We'll do two each side, so one more to the right. And back, lots of awareness still in your feet as you go to the left side. Come on back, but maybe a tiny bit lower. Turn your palms up and really think about moving from those feet now as you inhale and slowly rise. Staying upright, slide your hands down the front of your body. Come onto your hips, and if your feet are together, let's separate them again to about the width of the hips. And shift your weight very slightly from one foot to the other. You're welcome to close your eyes to do this. You're really feeling that connection of your feet to the floor beneath, whether you're on a mat or not, doesn't matter. And letting your eyes open, allow your weight to shift just a tiny bit more onto your left foot. And when you breathe out, let your right knee float up to your right hand. Just catch it very light. Take a moment. Option one is to stay exactly like you are. Option two, with whatever trouser adjustment is appropriate, to bring your right foot to your left leg, to the thigh, the calf, the ankle, even the knee, as long as you don't push too hard. And then if you're comfortable and stable, sweep your arms up. For today, let's take the arms into a V shape. So rather than bringing the hands together overhead, let's do our tree pose, our vrikshasana, with the arms into a T. Keep remembering the sole of that foot planted into the back. Beautiful. As you breathe out, hands come to the hips. Think left foot as you breathe in. And slowly lower your right foot. Shift to it. A little bit of suspension as your left knee pops to your left fingers. Again, do feel free to stay in this position. Enjoy your balance there. Or a little bit of trouser adjustment. Left foot can come to the right leg. It's fine to be down at the calf or the ankle, by the way. And then if you feel stable enough to sweep your arms up, let's keep that expansive, open V shape. Rather than closing everything down around our heads, keep that space. And each time we breathe in, there's lots of awareness in that supporting leg. A little dialogue between the standing leg and the left foot. One more breath in will do the trick. When you breathe out, slowly lower arms, lower foot. Hands to hips, feet about hip bone distance apart to take a breath in. Slight bend of those knees as you exhale. Again, roll on down. Catch hold of what you comfortably reach, back to the legs. And allow, once again, a gentle nod of your head. Perhaps a gentle turn of your head. Take another couple of moments here to really be connected to your breath. And then one more time, bring some softness to your knees. Think about moving from those plugged in feet as you breathe in and roll yourself slowly all the way up. Let your shoulders go back and your shoulder blades go down. And gently touch the palms of your hands together in front of your chest for a moment. As I hand you over to Isabell.
Right, so from here, just shift to any comfortable position for a meditation practice. And maybe you feel that you're actually nicely grounded right now and you would like to stay standing, and that's welcome. Or you could lie down, or you could find a seated position, choosing any props that might help you to have an upright and spacious spine, to have some sense of alertness through your posture as well as comfort. So just taking a few moments to adjust and to settle. We're not looking for anything elaborate, making small little movements on the outset. And throughout the practice, of course, you're very welcome to continue to adjust and to move whenever that is needed in between settling into stillness. Eyes could be open or closed, whatever you feel drawn to right now. Shoulders relaxed, the arms just hanging off the shoulders, the hands resting. So that you can let the mind arrive and settle right here. And see if you can allow yourself to drop in immediately without hesitation. The body, the breath, the mind, the heart, right here, arriving in presence. Take your awareness to the center of the chest, the heart center, sensing into that space of the heart. And see if you can notice, without adding any judgment, just with some interest, what's the feeling in the heart right now? Receiving what arises. Not waiting for anything in particular, not expecting anything, not straining to find anything or come up with anything. Just resting awareness in the space of the heart. And if this doesn't work for you, feel very welcome to have a much broader attention. And just taking in your experience as a whole. So no need to be very specific or narrow in your attention if that doesn't suit you right now. I'm just checking in. How am I feeling? What's present here? Any restlessness or sense of calm, lightness, heaviness? And if you feel drawn to it, you could place a hand on the center of the chest as a gesture of acknowledging your experience. And if you'd rather keep your hands where they are, that's just as good. And you can change this at any stage. So allowing yourself to let things be as they are and simply resting in awareness, receiving experience as it is. And whenever the mind wanders into the future, the past, simply inviting it to arrive in presence again. Just that is enough. You've placed your hand on the chest. Feel free to keep it there for as long as you wish, or let it rest and relax down again at any stage. In Sanskrit, the space of the heart is called the Hridaya Kasha. We often associate the heart with experiences of love, joy, compassion, but we also feel pain in this place, sadness, anxiety, maybe. So see if you can deliberately soften the heart space a little, letting go of having to hold on quite so tightly. A spacious, mindful awareness, receptive, open. See if you can allow what might be unhelpful right now to release a little, to dissolve, just to extend that it can. Any irritation, repetitive thinking, dullness, hurt, restlessness, without pushing, without strain. Letting go. Let there be some space. And let yourself drop into stillness. Feel what is still inside of you. Alongside what might still be noisy. See if you can invite in a sense of ease and lightness. Not so much a doing, more an undoing, more a disentangling from tension, very gently. Ease and lightness. And maybe with that, there can be a sense that things are good enough as they are right now. Maybe there is even a sense of joy, appreciation, gratitude. And maybe this isn't what's there for you right now, and that's okay. So don't strain. Maybe you sense in your heart what brings you closer to ease, to peacefulness, whether you feel it right now or not. What feels supportive? What do you need? What do you need to happen? What do you need to change? What might nurture you? What might bring some calm? Just a few moments to reflect. And maybe also reflect what actions, what aspirations might arise from those needs. What might there be to inspire you going into this year? Just briefly feel the body in space. Feel the contact points with the ground, whichever posture you're in. And as we start to transition, if your eyes are closed, feel free to keep them closed for a few moments longer or open them. And you could place your hands together and gently rub your palms. And then maybe rub them a little bit more vigorously, creating some heat, creating some energy. And then place your palms over your eyes, gently cupping your eyes, and within those palms, if the eyes are still closed, allow them to gently open. And you could take an inhale here, and with the exhale, releasing your hands away from the eyes.
And
taking any adjustments, any movements that you feel drawn to, or maybe you're staying in stillness just for a few moments longer. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for sharing this really special half hour with us. It was a real pleasure to have you here.